Welcome to another episode of the Member Guest Podcast. My name is Tony Hermes. I'm one of your co-hosts. We have a fun one here for you guys today. Along with me here tonight, we're looking at Andy Thomas.
Hi.
And my boy Jordan Hagel. Are you here?
Go back, go.
Today we're going to talk to you all about some fun places to play. We are from the upper Midwest, specifically in Minneapolis, Minnesota here. And we want to chat about some of the most fun places to play in Minnesota or the upper Midwest, because we want to just share some of the fun tracks that we've played, some places that you can play, some places that are maybe aspirational to play, and overall just have a fun discussion about that. And so we're going to start out with, I'm going to go to Andy for starters and just chat with him a little bit about the top 5 public golf courses that you may or may not have been able to play here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, there's a lot of good ones.
A lot of good ones.
Minnesota has really good golf.
I feel like we're a sleeper state, honestly.
We are.
In the term,
Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Wisconsin has a ton of really good golf
Wisconsin's
courses.
not even a sleeper state. Everybody knows about Wisconsin, I think.
Yeah.
But like
people
Minnesota,
that come here like the golf, when they're from Arizona or wherever, people come and they like the golf here. And we're lucky that we have a lot of our listeners are from where we're from.
Yeah,
and know like what courses to play in Minnesota.
It's a fun discussion to have just because there's so many fun places to play, both in the metro area, but in addition to that, in the outside areas of Minnesota. There's some, Golf Digest top 100 golf courses that are in northern Minnesota that people around the country probably have never even heard of.
Play there.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I was just back in Virginia and DC area where I grew up, and there's just
No, dude.
there's just not very many public
Even like
golf courses.
Chicago, I don't think there's that many great.
Like if you're not at a club, good
luck.
you're just not really gonna play.
Yeah. All right.
I mean that's probably not true, but we are very spoiled here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and
there's
we're lucky that we're in an accessible state, right? You're 20 minutes from.
Yeah.
If you live in like the Minneapolis area, a half-hour drive. you can get to 20, 30, 40 like good golf courses.
Good golf courses.
Good
Yeah.
really,
golf courses.
The other
really
thing,
legit golf
The other thing
courses.
with golf here that I think we don't appreciate is because of winter, golf courses are always pretty well they're in good shape during the year, right?
That's actually a good point. I think sometimes people think the opposite
Yeah.
because they're like, they can maintain it all year round and all this stuff, but it's actually the opposite of the opposite.
They don't get played in the winter.
Yeah,
so,
they don't get played.
You go to a warm climate, these courses get beat up.
Dude, I'm looking at the flag, Torrey Pines, right now. I'm not let you go. I'm sorry.
No.
Sydney got me a gift for my birthday to play Torrey Pines. We went to San Diego, super pumped. Got to play it before the U.S. Open. It was probably a month or two. They had the U.S. Open sign up there. Dude, that place, they said gets play 365.
Yeah.
Both the courses, it was torn
Packed.
up. It felt like, I don't want to say dog track, but it was close. And I loved it because the views are awesome. You got to see some of the holes that you see on TV and playing video games, and it's super cool. But holy cow, people can literally go there and play for $40 if you live in San Diego.
We're definitely spoiled here. Another reason that we're spoiled is it's light long in the summer. You can go after work at 5 and play 18 holes.
Yeah, 100%.
That's pretty
No,
cool.
it's no problem at all to get in 18 holes after work.
That's very.
So where are you going to
advantageous.
play 18?
Well, I would say for me, it's hard to rank order the top 5.
Sure.
But I'll throw a name out in terms of a public track. Yeah, which is Rush Creek Golf Club. It's about 5 minutes down the road from my house. It's just a really it's always in good shape. The greens are pretty much as good as anywhere. The greens are awesome there.
I don't think I played it.
You haven't played it?
I don't think so.
Really?
It's a place that gets a lot of play. Rush Creek gets a lot of play.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a good track, in Minnesota, we have, isn't it the most golfers per capita?
I believe that's a fact. Yeah.
I'm going to fact check myself.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so Andy, do you want to walk through some of your favorite holes at Rush Creek?
Yeah, that's probably going to be tough just because I did hit the longest drive of my life at Rush Creek.
Okay.
I hit a drive like pretty well over 400 yards there.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, that's a fact. I think it was on the
downhill,
It was on the 10th hole.
Yeah.
Like when you turn at the clubhouse.
Yeah, it's par 5.
And it was baked out. It was like an August day. Like it was like dormant. The grass was baked out.
Yeah, you can't miss it right
and there's
there
a
either.
cart path. I think either there was a cart path or a sprinkler head in the middle of the fairway.
Okay.
And it was like 40-mile-an-hour wind. So I had a lot going for me.
You hit the
40-mile-an-hour wind, downwind, baked out, and I hit either a sprinkler head or the car path. And I think we measured it in like 417 or something.
Wow, that's an insane number.
That was pretty cool. That's a good memory there. If I recall, Rush Creek had it's got some good par 3s out there.
Yeah, they do.
And all in all, like it's just a really good golf course. And I think they have
the third's a really fun par 3.
Yeah, the third is a good par 3. I'm not like the biggest fan of the opening hole.
No, it's a strange hole. The second hole is a kind of a cool par 5 that dogleg left with the water all along the left. It's a pretty cool spot.
Is it 18 with the water all the way on the left as well?
18 is also a dogleg left with water all the way down the left.
Yeah, which is a really good hole. I think Rush Creek has a membership.
I think
like a public,
like a gold card.
It's a pretty good deal,
so you can get access to different tee times.
It's a pretty solid deal, actually.
Courses do that. Also, Minnesota is number 1. Any guesses on what's last? Which state is?
Alaska.
Alaska's 48.
Least public golf.
Least
golfers per capita.
Yes.
Hawaii.
Midwest has 7 of the top 10.
I'm gonna say
no, Hawaii's actually.
I'm gonna say like Alabama or Mississippi.
Nope. Oregon.
That's shocking.
That is shocking.
Right.
You guys
the
need
bottom
to grow
3 are
up.
Oregon, Kansas, Alaska.
Wow.
The first 3 are Minnesota, South Carolina, Michigan. And it's Wisconsin, Nebraska.
In Oregon, you have Bandon Dunes
Hawaii
right
was
there.
number 6.
Oregonians, you have Bandon Dunes in your home state. Like, grow up, Peter Pan.
Yeah, but
like,
it's
what
6
are we
hours
doing?
from Portland.
Whatever. What are we doing? Get in the car.
What's number 2, 3?
Yeah, so I mean, Rush Creek is good. I also really like the Chaskatown course a lot.
Everybody loves Chaskatown.
I think it's great. I've shot good scores there. It's like very gettable.
It's a fun golf course. Their fairways are awesome. They have bent grass fairways.
Yeah.
And it feels like you're hitting off a pillow.
I think I need to go play again. The one time I played there 2 times, and I know the one time I played there, I played horrible. And anytime you play horrible to golf course, I go, I hate that place.
Yeah.
So I need to go back. I do need to go back.
Yeah, like that golf course a lot. I think, and they I know they've co-hosted like a U.S. Amateur with
they're
Hazeltine.
They're going to here again in the near future.
They're going to again. I think they they're under construction on the the loop at Chaska. Have you guys seen this project?
Par 3. It's right over by Hazeltine, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, par 3 course that they're doing out there. That's going to be like really cool, walk and carry kind of thing.
A little piece of history. I believe Billy Horschel has the course record at Chaskatown.
That's
course.
cool.
Wow,
that's cool.
Beho Golf
Definitely like bumps them up in the list.
That's
that was at the U.S. Amateur, actually.
Yeah. Another one for me is going to be, and this is like probably a sneaky one, just in terms of like it's not on any like lists.
I wonder if it's on my list.
But it's sick, and there's some real history to it as well. And I think Tony, I see you nodding your head. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? Go ahead. You throw it out for me.
I'm gonna think you're gonna go with Keller.
I'm going Keller.
Wow.
So they remodeled Keller. Keller is awesome.
It's pretty sick.
It's so good, and they've hosted.
Everybody in Minnesota's played Keller. Like everyone knows Keller. Everyone knows that opening hole.
I mean, hosted a PGA Tour event for decades.
Yeah. Keller did?
Yes. Yeah. Keller, like there's been like, we're going to get some history on Keller in a second here. But Keller has like got probably as much history as like any course in the Twin Cities.
That is cool.
It's right up there, that's for sure.
It's awesome. I mean, so design opened in 1929, which is pretty cool. And then it was fully renovated in 2014. All the greens were redone. I think they have bent grass greens as well.
All I know is it's a really, really fun golf course. They have some unique holes there. They have a par 3 that there's literally a tree
right in the middle.
You have to hit it over a tree, which is kind of unique, I guess. And some people don't really like it if they don't hit the ball high. But
yeah, so the 1949 Western Open was played at Keller. The 1954 PGA Championship, like
a major.
That's not a small tournament.
That's a major.
That's a major. Hosted the St. Paul Open from 1930 to 1968. And they also hosted the 1932 PGA Championship, as well as in the 1970s, the LPGA Tour's Pattyburg Classic.
I mean,
so
that's a pretty damn good resume.
I wonder who the winners were of those tournaments. I'd love to.
I mean, that's going to be a long list. It was 30-some
year?
years in the St. Paul Open.
Okay, so Sam Snead won a tournament there in 1937.
Wow.
That's
pretty
like
sick.
pretty cool.
I had no idea. I always thought Keller was just like an awesome city course whenever I played it.
No way, man.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty serious.
really
I
cool,
love
actually.
Keller. Another one. So I think we're at 3 for me.
You're at 3.
I'll go 2 more. One is just, and I think I like the golf course. Like it's cool. It's maybe a little different, but just like the drive there is like spectacularly cool, which is the Jewel.
That's a really cool one.
Jewel.
Yeah, it's
Lake
just like
City, right?
It's in Lake City. It's not like too far away, but it's just a really cool drive.
Hale Irwin design, I think.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to school in Winona, so we would play the Jewel because we would drive
Close
right by
yeah.
it.
Thoughts on it?
Hmm?
You like it?
Oh yeah.
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 It's good.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then, I like very well regarded, and I like it a lot. It is Stone Ridge for me.
Yeah.
Like, I like it a lot.
I have Stone Ridge on my list.
I figured it'd be on
my
your guys'
list too.
So.
Okay. So now since it's on all of our lists, that was the first one we had overlap, and it's on yours too.
Stone Ridge is awesome.
Stone Ridge is I mean, if all 3 of us agree, then clearly it's top 5.
I mean, there are so many good ones. Like the Meadows at Mystic Lake is like kind of awesome and
It's
fun
a
to play
really
sometimes.
fun golf course.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's his
jumping
5th.
all over.
There he just went to his
No,
5th.
I already
Ridge
gave
was his
5. I
5th.
already gave 5. I
Oh.
thought we were like
I gotta
over the line.
change.
No, you're good.
I think that was 5,
You're
wasn't it?
No,
Yeah.
that
Rush
was 6.
Creek. Rush Creek, Chaska Town Course,
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Keller,
Stone Ridge.
and one more.
Yeah.
That's it. It was
I'm
his
wrong.
5th.
Yeah, and I'd probably say the Meadows at Mystic Lake. Yeah, I mean, if you want a quick drive from the Twin Cities, I'm not going to steal your thunder. I'm going to turn it to you here, Jordan.
No. You're good.
But you're not going to be in Minnesota. Does anybody have a not one in Minnesota on the list?
I know which one you're going with.
And I think it's awesome, which is
It's
Troy
a
Burn.
phenomenal golf
It's
course.
amazing.
Don't
I
say
love
it.
that golf
All right.
I
course.
think you just said it, but don't
It
say
came
it.
out of his
All right.
mouth.
It did.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Let's kick to you, baby.
Let's kick to me because that is my number 1.
Okay. Yeah.
It is my number 1. Whenever I tell people when they come from out, they're like, where do you play golf? Like public. Troy Burn is number 1 in my list. And I know it's
a rock solid
technically
golf course.
Hudson, Wisconsin, but it's basically the Twin Cities. I mean, it's closer than some other golf courses
It is.
around. The drive is so cool. Where it is so cool. The layout is so cool. It's Tom Lehman, I believe.
It is Tom Lehman.
It's Tom Lehman. The range is awesome. I love that you start on a par 5 and then you're immediately challenged on the par 4 that's next.
With water on the left there?
Yeah, man, it's just such a great course. I love the big fairways. It's always in great condition.
Yep.
The greens are very undulated and difficult but fair.
Yeah.
It's a really fun golf
Huge
course.
shout out to holes like 10, 11, and 12.
Oh,
and
man.
then the little drive to get to 11.
I want to hear a fun story
Yeah,
about
hit
10,
me.
11, 12,
Hit me with
13.
it.
So this is earlier this season when I'm about to go on my heater. I'm close. And I am 2 under. And I step up on 10T. And I top it. And I go into, you know how there's a bunch of bushes and sand along the left for the water? I hit it there. I'm like, God, here we go. Brutal. Hit a pitching wedge to oh, no. I duffed the next one into the sand again. So now I'm hitting 3. Hit a wedge to a foot, tap in for par. I'm like,
round
maybe
saver.
this is the day.
Round saver, baby.
I'm making everything. I'm coming back.
Then 11
Step
is
up on
par
11.
3.
It's par 3. It's downhill. We're playing from the blues. It's probably 180. It's kind of a scary tee shot. You got the water behind you.
It's really cool. Trees right behind it. Water down the right.
It's awesome. I go deep, and I'm like, God dang it. Okay, figured out. I get up and down. I step up to 12.
Really tight driving hole. Sneaky driving hole because
it looks so wide open.
It looks wide, but it's actually pretty narrow.
I am -2, and now it gets into my head. I'm like, okay, just hit a good drive. Snap hook left water. Drop, snap hook left water. I end up making a double. I par the next par 3, and then the next one that has water
Par 4,
on the left, the same water that I already went in. Same thing. Snap hook left. I ended up shooting +4. It was brutal, but I still love that.
It's an awesome golf course.
It's an amazing golf course. Everybody needs to play Troy Burn. Sorry, I got really excited about Troy Burn. I love that place.
All right, so there's your 1.
Stone Ridge was 2.
Stone Ridge is 2.
I'll let you talk about Stone Ridge probably because you know a little bit more. But number 3 for me is Loggers Trail.
Ooh.
You guys played Loggers Trail?
I have.
Yes, and it's awesome.
Yep. So I grew up in like Hugo, Minnesota, near shout out to Terrence Brook, very close to Terrence Brook if anyone's ever played there. But like Loggers is where we went. Like I played a lot of Stillwater golf courses because there's a lot out there. There's probably 4 or 5 really good golf courses. We love Loggers Trail. I mean, a lot of great holes.
Yeah. The range, you just hit balls into the water.
Yeah. There's like a little island green out there that you're just like, chunking it into the water.
Yeah.
And then you can hit it over the water and you're like right up parallel with one Common Man from K-Fan, like always plays out there. He was playing out there today. It's an outdoor sport. Shout out Common Man. So yeah, Loggers Trail is number 3 on my list. I love Loggers Trail.
Yeah, it's a really like beautiful and scenic too when you get back into the woods, and there's some sneaky hard hole. Like it's a pretty hard.
Yeah,
tee to green, it's like not easy.
Yeah, the closing hole is really cool. It's like this bowl green, side of this hill, and
and they always open. Shout out Loggers for always opening early.
Dude,
too.
They're always open early. The people there are awesome. I think they've been trying to redo the clubhouse for like 10 years. I don't know if they've done it, but it's great.
Can we have a little bit of a tangent alert? I want to just highlight Pioneer Creek. They're the first club open and the last club to close every year.
We just played there. That was my first time playing Pioneer.
Yeah. What do you think? It's cool.
I like it. I think it's a fun golf course. And
you want to know how much the wind was blowing?
Like 40, I think, wasn't it?
And it was downwind on one. I almost hit it in the creek.
I believe it.
I went driver 50 degree.
Wow.
On a par 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, true story. And I made par. I hit the green and I 3-putt.
Good 5.
Well, because I was playing it so downwind, and so I hit a 50 degree, thinking it's going to be 30 yards, but like just stayed right on line the whole time.
Yeah,
it's brutal. Anyways, okay, so number 4, a little drive up, Deacon's Lodge.
Haven't played it.
Big miss by you. You got to get up there, dude.
We need to bring you Deacon's Lodge. I mean, all those courses up north are just amazing. Like, pick up our club and put it up north, like true in the wilderness. Big fairways, nice,
really
lush
fun
greens.
It's not a super long golf course, but it has some just unbelievably fun holes that are just
so picturesque as well. And then 5 is Legends. Love Legends. Really good greens.
Prior Lake Legends?
Yeah, Prior Lake Legends Golf Club.
Yep.
Legends is great.
Yeah.
It's really good.
They have some really fun golf holes there too.
And I think they do some, like I know some of my buddies play like in some public games and stuff.
They have
there.
some
like, really good about that.
They have some really cool like 2-man scrambles and stuff that they play there.
A lot of good events
that are really,
it
really
makes it feel like it's a club, like it gives you kind of the private aspect, even though it's not, and anyone can play it. And greens are always in good shape.
Yep.
A lot of fun shots. Fair golf course. So that's my 5. Troy, Stone Ridge, Loggers, Deacons, and Legends.
Wow, we haven't had a lot of overlap. That's just how much golf there is.
Stone Ridge is.
Here's the thing: is that I think all of the golf courses that have been mentioned could have argument to be in any top 5 or 10 list.
Yeah.
The cool part is there's a lot more golf courses that we have not yet mentioned.
Right.
And I also heard Troy might go private.
That's a take that is hot right now. That may be the case.
All right, Tony.
There's a couple that are way up north that nobody's mentioned. Thinking 3 specifically.
Are you gonna do Superior National?
No, Superior National could be up there. That's way up there as well. But I'm speaking specifically of some of the highest ranked golf courses in the state of Minnesota in Giants Ridge. Giants Ridge, the Quarry, Giants Ridge, I believe and it
difficult
is,
too.
I believe, what is the other one called
Quarry
again? The Legend, I think.
Legend.
The Legend and the Quarry.
Yeah, Legends and Quarry.
And then there's one other one that's in Tower, Minnesota, that's called the Wilderness.
At Fortune Bay, right?
The Wilderness at Fortune Bay. And I might make the argument like that the Wilderness at Fortune Bay might be one of the funnest golf courses in Minnesota, bar none. Out of any of them. Sometimes they have some
tough. You haven't done up north golf.
Sometimes they have some tough years because it is so far north that, whether they have some winter kill or something, some greens that may not come back the way they would hope. But these golf courses are pure. All 3 of those golf courses have the same base designer in Jeff Brower.
Shout out Jeff Brower.
The Giants Ridge ones, I believe were co-designed by Lanny Watkins, actually. Wow. But Jeff Brower is kind of a Minnesota guy and has designed a ton of golf courses. in this area. You guys,
are those 3 of your 5?
Those are 3 of the 5.
Wow. Yeah, we need to get you up there because great golf.
Maybe we should do a trip out of that.
Based on our conversation here, I feel like I'm kind of forced to the outstate. There's tons of good golf courses in the metro area, but I want to make sure that all of Minnesota is represented. So the next one that I'm going to mention is going to be in southwestern Minnesota. It is also a course that's affiliated with a casino. Does anybody know what this may be?
Southwest Minnesota.
It may not be southwest, but it is. It's in southern Minnesota. It's designed by Reese Jones.
Oh.
Casino? I know a lot. I know all the casinos in Minnesota. I am blanking.
This is Dakota Ridge in Morton, Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It is a very, very fun golf course.
What casino?
It's in Morton. I don't even remember what the casino's called. All I do is play golf there, dude.
Okay.
But if you wanted to play blackjack, you probably could.
Yeah, you just drive down there and play blackjack. But Dakota Ridge is an awesome golf course. Excuse me. That's designed by Reese Jones, very well-known course designer from all over the country.
Jackpot Junction.
There it is, Jackpot Junction.
We got to put up the picture that comes up here.
We should find some content.
Like a hotel.
That's fantastic. Yeah,
I mean, the pool may leave something to be desired, but the golf course, but the golf course is very, very legit. Where else? That's only 4 for me.
You didn't have a list, man?
Well, I had a list, but you guys took basically all the courses that are public related. So I'm trying to. I mean, that's a good one to go with. Actually, there's a couple of golf courses that are in that Brainerd Lakes area. The Classic at Madden's is one of the best. Very, very awesome golf course. The Legacy golf courses up in that area are awesome as well. There's actually the only Canadian PGA Tour event that's played outside of Canada is played in the Brainerd Lakes area.
No way.
Cuyuna Regional Medical Center Open golf tournament. They were going to play that golf tournament before the pandemic hit, and it got delayed just because people couldn't come in and out of Canada for so long. And this year they played that for the first time. So it's just a little shout out.
That's cool.
There's professional golf in northern Minnesota, and so.
I think we'd be remiss if we didn't give a bit of a shout out to just like the local Twin Cities like Muni circuit, which is kind of nails for like city
Very
courses.
Nails.
It is
a lot of old designs. You're talking Gross, you're talking Columbia, you're talking several over in St. Paul as well.
Theo
Keller
Worth
being one. Theo Worth, like a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Wear a t-shirt, bring your carry bag, bang some balls around.
There's good golf in Minnesota.
Pay $19.
Really good golf.
Couple other low hanging fruit here would be Royal Golf Club over in St. Paul. Super fun golf course designed by Arnold Palmer and Annika Sorenstam. I believe it's one of the last golf courses that Arnold Palmer had any design considerations on.
Wow.
Specifically before he passed away. Rest in peace, the king.
There's also some like ridiculous houses over there.
Oh yeah.
What was that golf course called? It was kind of affiliated or close by the headquarters of 3M over there that they redesigned into the Royal Golf Club. I can't remember what the name was.
No idea.
Anyways, the Royal Golf Club is a very, very fun golf course. A place that everybody should try to check out for sure.
100%. Yeah, you guys will remember this, but I have a question, which is the best piece of, and I've actually often thought about this, and I'm totally blanking on what the golf course's name is. I think you guys can help me with it. Is it Mississippi National?
Yes.
That's on. Okay,
yes.
that might be the best
upper and lower course.
That might be the best piece of property for a golf course.
That's the one that you literally can't walk, right?
No, you can't walk. The upper you cannot walk.
Yeah, so that
but it's down on the river, right?
Yeah. That is the course that I shot my personal worst, not relative speaking, like actual personal worst, horrible hangover. Lost every golf ball in my bag. Shout out to Luke and Zach if they're listening. They will remember this round forever. I literally lost every golf ball in my bag, and I probably shot, like, no joke, 140.
They have like railroad tie bunkers and stuff there too.
There's
right?
some crazy stuff over there. All right, so that was a great synopsis. There's so many other golf courses that are out there, though, you guys. I mean, that we didn't even mention like a Braemar, or we didn't mention some of these other golf courses that are all around the metro area. The list could go on. And so, if we had 2 more people sitting here on this podcast, we'd be listening to another 10 amazing golf courses. So not trying to slight anybody by any means. It's just some of the fun places that we've chosen to play from.
Too. I feel like the private ones, though, I feel like we're going to have a ton of overlap. And I feel like I could guess if not 4 or 5, 5 of 5.
And we're bound to offend some people.
We are going to offend some people.
Okay.
I think this is only fair, just because I have a feeling that all 3 of us are going to be very biased.
It's not biased though. It's in the top 5. If not, it's.
I'm just going to simply say that
or 3.
I would prefer, personally, Winsong.
I mean, look, let's get ahead of it, right?
I want to get ahead of it.
Everybody says Spring Hill, Winsong, and Hazeltine are like the 3. That's what I hear people say.
I think that's highly subject to debate.
I think that's highly subject.
But strictly golf course and if you're not from Minnesota and people go to the best private golf.
I mean,
course
I don't even think we should. I don't even think we
here.
should rank them. I think we should just start talking about some of the unbelievable golf courses that are private in the metro area that we've played. And let's just start out with Winsong, just simply because we all play there so much. And let's elephant in the room. Let's talk about Winsong, just because.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to compare every place to it just because we all play there.
Where do you start? Great layout.
It's a Tom Lehman, John Fote design.
Yeah.
One of their only designs that they really kind of did together. And,
18 great holes.
18
17.
really great holes.
What's your least favorite?
18.
We can.
18.
I think that's part of the charm, is that you can take the easy route and you can lay up on the first shot. You can lay up on the second shot. You can hit it on the green. You can 2-putt for a par.
I'm so proud to be there too and bring friends, and family, and people there, and even outside of the golf, the people are awesome.
Yep.
The vibe is awesome.
Yep.
I love the
vibe is cool.
It just for those that are listening, Winsong Farm is a former horse farm.
Yeah. It was actually called Winsong Farm.
It was called Winsong Farm. So, the vibe out there is very farm based / we have a big barn. We have an amazing clubhouse and just fantastic golf course.
It'll soon be 2 golf courses.
Well, and it's that's coming, and it's different too, than a lot of other golf courses in the area and that you would play. I mean, there isn't a tree in play,
which I love,
basically in the whole golf course. So that's very unique.
No, there is on 15.
Yeah.
If you go really right. But that isn't a lot.
That is not in play.
That's a 60-yard block.
That's a very bad miss.
Shout out
I feel
Hagel's
like I
right
see
miss.
a lot of people. I've actually never hit that tree.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But a lot of people do.
The golf course, in my humble opinion, doesn't take a backseat to anybody in the state. My own personal opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greens are always really good.
We can have a discussion about some unbelievable golf courses in the state, but I'm biased.
Well, so we all know that. I mean, let's talk about the neighbor then, Hazeltine, because it hosts the Ryder Cup.
I mean, you go from a relatively unknown course in Winsong Farm to maybe the most well-known golf course.
Yeah. With one of my favorite logos too.
We have a Ryder Cup host. We have a U.S. Open host. We have a PGA Championship host. We have a U.S. Amateur, multiple-time U.S. Amateur host. This is probably one of the most decorated courses in the world, let alone Minnesota. Yeah. I would say that Hazeltine is just a big yard. That's all I can say about that. It's just a big yard. And it's a really, really fun golf course. There's some great holes out there.
Not a lot that are particularly memorable.
I would say there's some memorable holes. There's some holes that repeat, like 9 and 18 are very similar.
Yeah. They are.
But you don't walk off there and you're not. When you walk off of Hazeltine, you're like, I just played a golf course in immaculate condition that is challenging tee to green.
One of the most challenging in the state.
Yeah, and it's an amazing clubhouse, like maybe the best. It's all around the experience there is like phenomenal. Architecturally, I guess I'm describing. The golf course is pretty like simple.
The best hole there is the par 4. Is it
16?
16 with Lake Hazeltine right there on the right.
That is like, if I were to build a Minnesota golf course and I had to pick 18 holes from 18 different courses, like
that would be in there.
16 like would be it. I mean, that is,
it's a very cool hole.
It's so cool. And they have the different tee shots where you're up, when you're down, and all the way back that they play on,
green
Thursday,
is
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's
green's
so cool.
kind of out on a peninsula.
Yeah,
it's a cool. I
guess I'm saying it's like it's not
Target and Chanhassen.
It's not like gimmicky. It's very like you gotta hit a lot of good shots.
Yeah, great golf.
Like it's very pure. It's very challenging. You're gonna have 200 in on par 4s.
Yeah, and you can swing by and pick up some house supplies on the way home.
So then I think like talking about kind of the
and you can stop at McDonald's like right on your way in too. If
or
you
come
want
to my house. I'm 6 minutes from Hazeltine.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about next? I've never played Spring Hill. Or North Fork.
Yeah, Spring Hill's like up there for me as number one.
Spring Hill is
it's just incredibly pure and immaculate condition.
MJ used to be a member there, right?
Gorgeously beautiful. Like especially in the fall, it's like ridiculously beautiful and pretty.
You're not going to have a more well-maintained golf course in Minnesota
and
just because
it
doesn't get a lot of play. And there's some just really, really fun holes. And it's one of the only places in Minnesota that we have professional caddies. That's what they do for their profession. So you're going to have one of the coolest experiences in Minnesota just because you're walking around with the professional caddy who's going to help you shepherd you around the golf course,
awesome.
if you will.
I didn't know that.
And, they have an awesome membership, and it's right off Long Lake there, and there's just not a lot of bad things to say about it. It's a beautiful golf course.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing for me is like it's very much a plotter's golf course.
It is.
Like you're not banging
like
driver
Target.
14. You're hitting golf. Like 220, 230 off the tee lot. So it's just kind of like what your flavor is. Like it's a plot your way around type of course, which is really cool. I mean, it's different, right?
And every shot you're going to hit, like it is going to be like you're going to be hitting off of like the most pristine turf if you're in the fairway.
Yeah. And visually, I think it's as pretty as anything.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a reason that it gets ranked probably the one of, if not the best golf course in the state year in and year out.
Great caddy program. Yeah. Great caddies. Just all around like an amazing experience.
All right. So
another big one I was going to say, Interlaken. Like talk about history of golf.
If you want to talk about history in the state of Minnesota, I mean, we're talking about.
I had a member tell me Interlaken was the course that started the strip. You know how there's a walking strip from the tee boxes down to fairways? That started at Interlaken.
Sounds like something someone in Interlaken would say.
Sounds like that. I mean, it's an awesome golf course. I mean, we're talking history beyond history. We're talking Bobby Jones winning
the
Grand Slam. Yeah, winning the Grand Slam at Interlaken.
It's pretty cool.
Wow.
I mean, we're talking maybe the most well-recognized golfer of all time. He's on the Mount Rushmore probably.
Yeah.
They've hosted multiple majors. They're going to be hosting the U.S. Women's Open again here later this decade, I think in 2028 or something like that.
Yeah.
And, they
it's Donald Ross.
I will say you're going to have just a different vibe at Interlaken than you're going to have at some other places. And I think we can leave it at that. We don't need to talk too much more about what
I love it for what it's worth. I love it. It's a Donald
awesome
Ross golf course. The greens are unreal. The guest experience there is like amazing.
You get treated so well.
They have a sweet clubhouse, and they're about to
another great logo. Yeah. Like, man, whenever I walk in there, it's always I need this and this. And
well,
this. I need the exact same
elite top 3 pro shops in the state.
How about this? It's a shot maker's golf course.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of one of our buddies, Dave Carruthers. Ended up, I believe it was the state open, or maybe the state amateur. I'm sorry, the state amateur. As he was a 50-year-old guy playing against all these college kids, and he whooped that ass. I mean, he won the state.
I didn't know that.
Won the state am. I think just a year or two ago. So
wow, David
at Interlochen, yeah. I mean, that guy, talk about a short game, man. That guy is freaking. He'll get up and down.
Never out of a hole.
Don't ever count him out.
So I feel like those 4 are really big. So what
Olympic?
Never played it.
Olympic is I will say Olympic Hills is tee to green, up there with maybe some of the best golf courses in the state, bar none.
Awesome.
It's one of the funnest golf courses. Their fairways are incredible. Even their fescue is perfect. The course conditions are awesome. The only thing that I would say it leaves to be desired would be the design of some of their greens. When they redesigned it, they kind of have some interesting hole locations they're kind of separated out into quadrants. And if you don't hit it on that quadrant, it's going to be really tough birdie.
It can be like mini golfy almost there. Fairway wise, tee to green wise, it's as good as anything. Another shout out. I used to be a member there at this place for a short amount of time because I had to move out of state. But the White Bear Yacht Club.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's just really cool. It's very charming. Also a Donald Ross.
I mean, I think
White Bear Lake. So.
I think White Bear Yacht Club is the only course currently ranked on the Golf Digest Top 100 in the country. Yeah. Willie Watson design.
White Bear?
Yep.
I thought it was a Donald Ross.
That's the controversy surrounding it. I'm almost positive it's a Willie Watson.
How is there controversy around?
I think because somebody found a map.
Either someone did or didn't.
He designed a couple holes or something.
No, I think what happened is he came on site for a little while and he kind of was a helper, if you will, or a guidance for Willie Watson. Yeah. Look it up. Johnny, will you look that up?
Johnny, look it up.
Young Johnny.
You know, another one, and let's just talk about
real
White
quick
Bear.
On White Bear.
Yeah.
4 or 5 of the best holes in the state.
Talk to me.
I mean, there's just like the thing about White Bear is like there's some golf holes out there that are like they're just not like great holes in my opinion, like whatever, you know. And then there's some holes out there that are like architecturally just about as like cool as it gets, you know. Particularly as you kind of get like, you know, the first hole's okay, the second hole's awesome, the third hole's a little flip wedge par 3 that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right, and it's just an amazing hole.
I mean,
and then you get to like 5. 5 is amazing. 6 is a little par 3, I think, down the hill. But then you turn around and play 7, and then on the back 9, 11, when you hit over the road.
I was just gonna say that
it's
hitting over the road.
And there's a big green that runs away from you, and you get back up. It's just there's like 4 or 5 holes out there that are as good as golf holes as you'll find anywhere. That are great golf holes.
Oh, it's a unique golf course in that you're not gonna find a flat lie.
No.
Anywhere in the golf course. No. Another one that I want to bring up is one that has hosted major championship golf that we haven't discussed. Anybody have a guess?
Hosted major championship golf private.
Yes. That we have not discussed yet.
Medina?
No. Minnetonka?
It is Minnetonka.
Yeah.
Minnetonka?
I haven't played Minnetonka.
Minnetonka, they have redesigned their golf course. It is very, very legit. It's right in the middle.
Next time you play.
It's right in the middle of the city. I mean, it's right on Bedamakaska. Is that what the lake is called now, Johnny?
Mm-hmm.
Previously known as Lake Calhoun. We don't need any controversy on the pod here. It's an awesome golf course. Lots and lots of history. Really, really great program with caddies. And you're just gonna, if you ever get a chance to play there, jump at that opportunity because it's such a fun golf course. The last one another one that I want to bring up, is a course that's not in the metro area, but I think we'd be remiss to not bring up Northland Country Club in Duluth.
Yeah, haven't played it either.
I was a
Tony's
member.
played everywhere.
I was a member at Northland for a little while. I lived up in Duluth, and it is hard to describe Northland outside of the fact that we're talking about this is definitely a Donald Ross design. That was built in 1899. It was when it was founded. I think it was redesigned by Donald Ross in the 20s, but originally designed in 1899. And the golf course is on a hillside. So everybody who has been to Duluth
like
knows that it is on a hill. The cool part about Northland is their greens are insane. The greens are so difficult to read if you've never played there. They have in the pro shop, they have ball markers that have holes, like, so around the ball mark, it says like hole 1, and then it'll tell you a time. So if you were looking at a clock, that's where the ball is going to break. And there is pin positions where you're like, this ball has to go left, and it goes right because of it. It breaks towards the lake. And so it's a really, really fun golf course because it's just going to be deceiving.
Yeah.
And there's it's such a limited season up there, and they take such pride in the golf course, and they have an awesome, unbelievable clubhouse with a great locker room and a really fun membership there. And it's hard to describe it.
It's awesome. Well, there's obviously a ton of good golf. Like, we need to do another episode probably on whether it's like golf holes or kind of like maybe what I said. Cool idea. An 18-hole golf course with our 18 favorite holes from Minnesota. Make it like a par 72.
Yeah.
That'd be really sweet.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously...
Does it have to be the same number hole as it is on the course?
That'd be too hard.
Oh, I don't know.
But maybe we could do it.
Okay.
I think we're so blessed to be a part of, like, Windsong and how awesome that is. And, again, just so, like, proud to bring my buddies there to play and obviously meeting you guys. And I just... yeah, we're just lucky to have awesome courses in Minnesota. And, I mean... I don't know if we missed anything.
Hopefully we gave a good review and somebody will go check something out.
There's a ton of good. I mean, there's so many other great private courses. Like, I was out at Southview for a while.
Oh, there's so many fun places.
Like, there's just so many awesome courses out there. Burl Oaks, like some of these small, like, hidden gems that are just.
Oh man, I mean, there's
awesome.
So many golf courses that we haven't even thought about or that we haven't even mentioned here. I mean, Golden Valley Country Club. We have Somerset.
Yeah.
We have the list goes on, and there's just so many golf courses here, and we encourage everybody to hit us up in the comment section and tell us a little bit about some of the fun places that you've played, and hopefully we can see you out there and
we need to play with our, like, we got
play for a little merch or something
that are out at these clubs. Like, yeah, play for merch.
Yeah,
fun, awesome. All right, guys, we appreciate it. We'll see you on the next episode. Awesome time talking about some of our favorite places to play in Minnesota. We'll probably do something on, like, Arizona, national courses that we played. We got to think about those a little bit more, and I'm playing some this winter, so I'm excited.
Looking forward to it, boys.
Awesome.
Cheers.
See you guys.